at WNT here today with Erika Harlacher. Can you tell us what you do and what you have done?
I'm a voice actor for American video games and anime and cartoons and stuff like that. It's fun. Do you want to know like some of the things I've done?
Yes, please.
Okay. Probably my best known roles at this point are Ami from Toradora, Kyoko Kirigiri from Danganronpa, the games, Sadira from Killer Instinct, and it just got announced that I am Mimori Togo in Yuki Yuna, is a hero. Yuki Yuna is a hero. So yeah.
As a voice actor, how did you get to anime voice acting, and what was the first character did you do?
I first got into anime voice acting when I took Tony Oliver's Adventures in Voice Acting workshops in Burbank, California, and they were really fun, and he was really supportive, and I was like, they were anime based, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. So then I started pursuing it, and the very first anime I was in was K-On! I played a couple like just background characters, and it was really fun, and it was so weird to see myself in an anime because I started liking anime in high school, so I'd been liking it for a few years, and it was really fun. So yeah.
Besides anime, you have also done video games and everything. Is there a difference between anime voice acting and video games voice acting?
Yes, there is a difference. The process is different. For anime, you go a lot slower because you're doing it to sync. And so usually I'll do around like 25 to 30 lines per hour for anime, whereas for video games, I do between like 100 and 150 lines per hour. And those go just like super fast. You just basically, you keep going down the script until the director's like, wait, hold up, let's do that line again. Whereas for anime, you know, first you go to the line, and then they play it in Japanese, and then you do it in English, and then they make sure the sync's correct, and then they play it again, and then you move on. So they're both really fun, and I like that they're a different process, so it keeps it fresh, because I like doing both.
Can you tell us the troubles and challenges of being a voice actor?
Probably the biggest challenge is dealing with rejection and understanding that it's not always like when you don't get a role, it's not because you're like terrible and a washout and like the worst thing ever. A lot of times it's just you weren't the voice that they were looking for. You could have done your best audition ever, and they just didn't want to go that way. Sometimes maybe you messed up. I don't know. But that's the biggest challenge that I had to overcome, and I know that all my friends had to overcome too. Now I feel like I do a lot better with it, and my current challenge is like when sometimes I'll have like a ton of work one month, and then the next month I'll have nothing. So on the months I have nothing, it's still a challenge for me to be like, oh no, am I doing the right thing? Is this an okay career? But it is, and it's worth it, I think. And then the months come back around where I have work, and it's good. So.
How did you feel when you came to events like this for the first time and realized that you had fans?
Oh, it was so weird. The first time I went somewhere with fans, I think it was at AX a couple years ago, and I was just hanging out. And then somebody was like, hey, you're Erika. And I was like, yeah. And they were like, can you sign this? And I was like, okay. And it was really weird, and I was like, what, that person like knows who I am? That's so weird, because I don't feel like a person that should have fans. But it's really fun. I love meeting the fans so much. Like Twitter has become like my favorite thing just because I love talking to the fans on there, and you guys are awesome. I love coming to these events just to get to hang out with you guys. I mean, it's basically I get to come and have fun with all these people that enjoy the stuff I work on, so I'm so grateful for it. It's awesome.
As a voice actor, which one would you prefer? A hero good character or an evil bad character?
That's tough because it's cool to play the hero because the hero usually wins in the end, and that's cool. But I mean, the villain, especially like a crazy villain, those are so fun. I would probably, I mean, I love playing like super crazy characters because you get to just go all out. So I would probably choose a villain over a hero if I got to choose. Yeah, whoops. In real life, if I had to choose between being a hero and a villain, I would totally choose to be a hero, of course. But voice acting wise, I would want to voice a villain.
Is there any projects or stuff that you have recently done that you can tell us about?
That I can?
Yes.
My most recent anime that was announced is Yuki Yuno is a Hero, which is a great anime. It was really under the radar, I feel like, but I watched it after I got cast and was like, oh, this is a thing. And it's so good. I'm like obsessed with it. It was really good. It has kind of like a Madoka Magica vibe. It's really cool. I love the characters, and like the art is just gorgeous. And then also a game recently came out called Omega Quintet that I'm in. I play Momoka, and she's crazy. She's kind of like Ami from Toradora, in that she's like kind of two-faced, which is awesome. I love playing two-faced characters. They're so much fun. And those are the most recent things that I can talk about. I have some other pretty big things coming up, but I can't say what they are yet. But they're exciting, so stay tuned.
If people wanted to get more info and updates on you, where can they go?
They can follow me on Twitter at Erika Harlacher, or you can go to my voice actor page, which is Erika Harlacher Voice Actress on Facebook. I do more like constant updates on Twitter of just like, this is what I'm doing today. Yay, let's communicate with fans. And then my Facebook is more just like when I have something big to announce, I'll post on it. So if you'd rather just know about the things I'm announcing, then Facebook's where to go. But if you want to hang out with me and talk, then you should come to Twitter because it's a party and it's awesome. So.
Thank you very much for being with us today, everyone. Erika Harlacher.
Thank you.